A lot of people hate their lives and they want you to hate it too. People are so negative nowadays. Social media has made us all so negative, so combative, so angry. They're literally programming us to think a certain way. All this scrolling that we do, it's hitting our subconscious brain, all this anger, all this frustration, whether it's political, whether it's religious, whether it's just random internet slop drama. It doesn't matter. They're trying to pit people against each other. This is how the algorithms grow. It plays into our negativity bias in our brains, our fear bias in our brains. It's like a primal thing from evolution. You know, when we were cavemen, we always needed to give into fear and like, what do we need to be afraid of? Because we were cavemen, we could have died at any moment. But that's still in our brains. And so when we see all these clickbait titles about like the world is ending, society is collapsing, the economy is crashing, all this negative stuff, it programs us to be afraid, to be fearful, to point and blame other people and pit different religions against each other, different sides of the political aisle against each other. There's a lot of gender war content. Men do this, women do that, and it's a lot of men and women arguing with each other and hating each other. And a lot of this is perpetuated by people who genuinely hate their own lives. And there's this analogy of crabs in the bucket, where when you have a bunch of crabs in a bucket, one might start to try and crawl out, but then the other crabs will work together to pull it back down. And that's how people are. People are angry, people are upset. They don't like their lives, they don't like themselves. And so they'll often, through social media, project that onto other people. They'll project that onto you and try and make you upset and try and make you angry. And so then I see people online talking about when a person is too positive or they're too happy. They're like, oh, it seems fake. Like Fernando Mendoza, he just won the national championship for college football and he's the starting quarterback, and he's this super like dorky, upbeat, like positive guy. And there's a bunch of people on like social media who are like, oh, this seems fake, like it's disingenuous, and it's like, we don't know that. We don't know this guy. Just because somebody is positive, we think it's fake, we think it's unrealistic. Like, what does that say about us as a society, that we're so cynical, that we need everybody to be miserable in order for it to be realistic? Or the same thing with like movies. Like you think about Superman versus Batman. Batman is way more popular, and the reason that a lot of people give is that, oh, it's so dark and gritty, it's realistic. But why does Gotham City have to be realistic? Why does such a fucked up place like that have to be realistic? We should work to make the Superman, type of character realistic, someone who's positive, someone who helps people, someone who uplifts people, right? Like, why should we live in a society where all that stuff is normalized? These things become normalized and we become desensitized to it because of social media, because it programs us to just think everything sucks and everything is shitty. But the thing is, all these arguments, all these, discussions online, people getting angry, when you go outside, 9 times out of 10, people don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. It's like you go outside and all this internet drama is just gone. Nobody knows who these people are. Like, everybody's just outside living their lives. All this like red pill, gender war, man versus woman slop, like podcast, alpha podcast stuff. That's an online thing. People outside aren't doing that shit. Maybe some people, but 90+% of people are not. And like I said, social media is all about clickbait, like on YouTube. We just look at the title and the thumbnail and we just get clickbaited, right? We don't even bother to watch the whole video. A lot of times it's not even clickbait anymore. Now it's evolved to rage bait. It's literally just meant to get you angry, to get you to click, to get a reaction out of you. Because as the creator, then we get a like, we get a view that helps push us in the algorithm, that helps us make more money in the long term. And so it's all a game. You are the product. You are what's being sold. People want your view. People want your anger. People want your attention for their gain. And then when we just see this stuff and we start arguing, it takes away our ability to critically think, because now we're not actually taking the time to watch a full video, to actually think about what's going on. We're just reading the headline and getting really angry. And then we start arguing with other people and none of us even know the full story of what we're talking about. But we just start getting so angry, and then it's programming us to just be negative and cynical all the time. Oh, I hate this. I hate what's going on. I hate this person. I hate this political party. Even in sports, I hate this sports team. I hate those players, like it's just so angry all the time. And then that just becomes our whole reality. The system is literally designed, the algorithm is literally designed to just keep us stuck in negativity and anger and in these constant loops, in these constant arguments with each other, and never stop to think about why. Why are we doing any of this? Why are we actually upset? Why are we actually angry? It's just programming you. It's just programming you subconsciously what to think. And when we're scrolling, we don't even realize it. And this is why people say, oh, the world is getting worse, society's getting worse, but it's like we're actively contributing to that by constantly arguing with each other, by feeding our attention to all these rage bait channels and this rage bait content. And for feeding the machine, the algorithm is ultimately showing us what we click on. Yes, it's designed to get us to click on rage bait, but then when we do it and we keep feeding our attention to it, then it's just going to show us more, because the algorithm's like, oh, you want to watch these anger-inducing videos, let's show you more of it. You want to watch these politically divisive videos, let's show you more of it. But again, all this negativity from these people making this content, all these people arguing, it's all just projection. Because if you were truly at peace, if you were truly happy with your life, if you truly enjoyed your life, you're not going to be so angry all the time. You're not going to have all this anger and negativity to push out onto other people, because you're too busy actually enjoying your life, actually going outside and living real life, where, like I said, 99% of the stuff on the internet doesn't even exist anymore. All the stuff that we're getting so angry about online, like, it doesn't really exist. Majority of it doesn't exist offline. So we need to stop spending so much time on social media. We all know this, but it's like we need to be intentional about it in our lives. Like, literally put the phone down. We need to start having no phone zones. We need to start having periods of time where there's like 30 minutes after waking up, 30 minutes before bed, where we just don't go on the phone. Maybe stop bringing the phone into the bathroom, for example, and just scrolling for hours, you know. For me, I started bringing the phone into the shower even, you know, like listen to some music or like watch a video while I'm showering. So that's even more programming. That's even more screen time that I'm doing. Obviously, in bed, we know it's not really good for you to be on your phone all the time. It's going to make sleep a lot harder. So we're constantly having all these times when we're on our phone, when we're on social media, and we don't need to be. And that's programming us, right? If you can, start creating. As I've been creating more content, I'm consuming less content, and thus I'm becoming a lot happier. My life is a lot better. My mentality is a lot more positive because I'm just not consuming a bunch of garbage. I'm not watching a bunch of garbage content. I realize that 80 to 90% of content is just slop. It doesn't even matter. Like, I'll be watching it, I'm like, what is the point of this? Just to like get angry, just to talk about some drama, especially when it's like internet drama, streamer drama, influencer drama. It's like, who cares, dude? Who cares about these people? Does that affect our life in any meaningful way? Like, no. Do these people have anything to do with my life? No. And it's not even entertaining. It's just like negativity. It's one thing if you're just watching a show or you're just watching a creator that you like to watch, but it's another thing if you start watching all these drama channels, these, you know, basically internet TMZ, where it's like, oh, this streamer said that, and then like this YouTuber did this, and it's like, who cares? I used to watch that all the time, and it's like, then I realized none of that mattered. None of that actually impacted my own life. If anything, it just made my life worse because I was wasting hours and hours consuming drama slop content as opposed to actually doing something meaningful with my life. And then those things make you angry. Then you start getting into all these like arguments, and you just are in your head all day like, man, I can't believe they did this, and like people suck and people shouldn't do this and that and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, again, most people aren't even doing those things. Most people don't even know what you're talking about. Most people don't even know who these streamers or these influencers are. It doesn't matter. How does this impact your life in any meaningful way? And then this goes back to the whole most people hate themselves. Part of the reason most people don't like themselves is because they're not getting anything done. You're not getting anything done because you're always on social media consuming. You're never creating anything. You're never doing anything. Again, this is what I used to do. And then it's like, yeah, you're angry because you wanted to do stuff. You wanted to be productive. You wanted to have a productive day, and then you didn't do anything because you just wasted the whole day on social media. This is what I did for years, especially like after graduating college, because I graduated college in COVID. And so the first few years after that is like still quarantine, and then you get into this habit of being lazy and just being on your phone all day, and then you just don't feel good. Then you beat yourself up, then you're angry, and then you just project that anger out onto other people. This is the cycle that I was doing. This is why I know it very well, because I used to do this a lot. So put the phone down and start healing the relationship with yourself. It's all about the relationship with yourself. How can you learn to love yourself more? How can you learn to respect yourself more? How can you get rid of all these emotional traumas? How can you like discover what you actually want to do and start being more productive and start actually creating the life you want to live? How can you just start treating yourself through your daily actions with more respect? Because when you do that, when you have more respect for yourself, it's easier to respect others. When you have empathy for yourself, it's easy to have empathy for others. And that's what this channel is all about, man. That's the whole purpose of this channel. Speak better to yourself, treat yourself better. Like, this channel is all about developing self-respect and better self-esteem and self-love, because I truly believe that like 99% of your problems, if you're watching this, are caused by your lack of self-respect, your lack of self-love. Majority of the problems are just in our heads. I believe it was Seneca. He's like a ancient Greek philosopher, ancient Roman philosopher. He said we suffer more in imagination than reality. And that's true. 90+% of our problems are just in our heads. We just make it up. And social media, being stuck in the phone, just makes it worse because it's just programming us to think about all this random bullshit that doesn't matter, that doesn't influence or impact in our lives in a positive way. So stop sitting around all day. Stop sitting around eating crappy foods, right? Stop cucking yourself, watching porn, watching other people have sex. Stop doing that. Stop overstimulating yourself, having 15 plus hours a day just scrolling through Instagram or TikTok or Reddit or YouTube or wherever. Stop doing that. Treat yourself with respect. Once I started like eating better, started going outside, spending more time just outside, started actually forcing myself to go out and socialize and like talk to people and like talk to my friends, I started feeling a lot better. Exercise, get some exercising, get some daily steps in, drink more water, find projects, find things, find hobbies you can do instead of being on your phone. Literally anything. You could do literally anything instead of be on your phone and doom scroll all day. You could do literally anything. Like, think about that. You have the choice. You have the power. It's all up here. It's all you. You decide how you want to live your life. Like, go out and exercise. Don't sit around all day and your body gets weaker and gets all stiff and tight. Your muscles get tight and you have chronic pain and you feel like shit, and then you just doom scroll and smoke more weed and drink more just to distract yourself from the pain. It's like, actually take care of your problems. Actually face your demons and cast them out. Stop sitting around doing nothing all day. You know what I mean? Let's actually live a better life for ourselves. That's the whole point of this channel. That's the whole point of this video. And if you have watched this far, congratulations. You have an attention span greater than that of a goldfish. Hope you enjoyed this video, whether you were just listening to it or whether you were watching it. Shout out to every single one of you. Please subscribe, please like, please comment. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what you want to see next. Let me know how you are trying to make this change in your own life to get off the phone, get off of social media, stop consuming so much and start creating a better life for yourself. Start creating the life that you actually want to live. Hopefully the audio is good. I don't know if my microphone is actually on or not, but I appreciate every single one of you and I hope you all have a wonderful day.